Hi, my name is Tascha Yoder, and you have found the very first episode of WordPlay. Words are really important in our lives. It's the step that we take between thought and action. Thought is the originating energy. It could come in the form of pictures, could come just in the form of an impulse, and then we turn that into a word, whether it's that we're going to be communicating to someone, or whether we're going to be stepping into action, or whether we're going to be speaking. We turn that thought into words, and then we move forward and manifest into the world. So words are really important, and I think it's a fun thing to tear them apart, to take a look at where they come from, just to take a look at the meaning of words, and that's what wordplay is all about. Our first set of words that we're going to talk about is sacred and scared. Now, you may notice that there's just one little difference between sacred and scared. You move the C this way, and you go from sacred to scared. So I'm going to talk about each of them a little bit, and then I'm going to talk about how they fit together. Sacred, I believe that we're all sacred humans. Sacred means that we're connected to the universe, that we're conscious of our relationships, we're conscious of our actions, we're conscious of how we communicate, how we interact, we're conscious of our impact in the world, and being sacred also means that you're coming from a place of being centered, being in command of who you are. All of those things are true of sacred humans, of us, when we're being in a sacred place. Some people also include that you're on your life's purpose, your life's path. However you want to talk about that. You're also connected to your source, to divine, to however you think about that higher power. All of those are part of being sacred. Now, let's talk about being scared. So being scared is typically, you might be coming from a place of fear. You might actually feel it in your body. Oftentimes we feel scared like in our gut, or we have other reactions to being scared. And it's really a manifestation of fear. Being scared often means we feel threatened. Sometimes it's our ego that doesn't want us to step into something because it feels threatened. It feels like its purpose or its ability to protect us. That's kind of what the ego's job is. Its ability to protect us is threatened. So that's when we feel scared. So how do these two intertwine? How do they intersect? When I am being sacred, when I'm really following my path's purpose in life, my life's purpose, when I'm doing that, oftentimes I'm stepping into territory that makes me feel vulnerable. I'm stepping into territory that puts me in a place where I'm really in front of people in my true self, in my sacred self. I'm standing there. I could be asking for feedback. I could be wanting people to sign up for something. All those things could be true. I could be voicing an opinion, and I know that there's someone in the room that's not going to have the same opinion as me, and they're going to want to maybe fight or debate with me. So when I'm being sacred, I'm really putting myself out there in a true way. And oftentimes intertwined with that, or intermingled with that, is feeling scared. Again, all these things that our ego is trying to do, all these feelings that might happen around fear, around not feeling completely safe, and about not feeling completely sure of yourself, those things also happen in that moment. So being scared happens oftentimes when we're our most sacred, when we're really expressing ourselves in a sacred way. Being scared can be there. Now, it doesn't mean that you give in to that. You just can kind of notice it, step through it, maybe use the energy that comes from being scared to help you. Often public speakers do that, people who do speaking in front of large groups or even small groups. For some people that's terrifying. So you take that energy, you take that feeling of being scared, and you bring it into the fact that you're being sacred in the world, the fact that you're delivering your message, or you're being your true self. So that's where these two words intermix and join. So there's a slight difference, just the lettering between sacred and scared, but they have a role to play in each other. That's it for this episode, my very first episode. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time for Wordplay.